So the inspiration behind Skin actually started from a power outage in 2010 when my parents decided that this was the absolute perfect time to scare the life out of me with Guyanese folklore. So, I mean, among other mythical creatures, they always spoke about the old hag and how if I didn't behave, she would come and bite me in my sleep. And if I did, then they would lay out rice by the window sill to distract her, and then they'll beat her with a broom out of the house, you know. So that paired with my introduction to the poem Old Haig, that's by Mark McWatt, and even Zara Airall's Whispers in Wallings, you know, all the mythical, inspirational juices, it just constantly flowed throughout me throughout the years. And I knew I always wanted to, you know, present that in a way sometime in the future. So, you know, not given the opportunity to put such a piece on display at the festival, I wanted to tap into that part of my childhood, but, you know, to bring a twist, you know, I I I wanted to highlight how, you know, it's usually showcased that this blood sucking devil is a woman, you know, someone who will drain the life out of you. And I wanted to change that narrative completely, you know, and, you know, put forward a narrative that's like, hey, I don't want to be like this now. I'm forced to. This is the life that I'm given. You know, this is why I'm reacting how I'm reacting, you know. And that in sum is just the genesis of the play. And, you know, in terms of my process from, you know, the conception to the stage, I would have had a sit down with my dad so he could re-traumatize me all over again about the old hag. And in getting that first-hand knowledge and, you know, information, it really enabled me to, you know, then incorporate important aspects of the folklore, such as the broom, the rice, the skin, um amongst others. And, you know, truth be told, I thought about the message I wanted to send about the old hag, which I, you know, mentioned earlier. And, you know, because of what I grew up knowing about the creature, is that she hates this farm, as opposed to, you know, how she's presented in even other jurisdictions. But it must be passed on to someone else, you know. So that was just like the core essence. And then after that, the plot, it just came to me with the husband, the wife, the granny, the mistress. I can't remember my backstory with that, but it literally just came to me. Just but I knew the source of it. I wanted it to be the sukuya. Um, and then I gathered my students, held auditions, practiced with them morning, noon, night, through arguing and telling them, let's get it together. Come on, guys, focus, project. Over and over again, changing up the script, altering the dialogue, and, you know, just constantly making sure that they did the plot twist towards the end, the justice it deserved, that everyone understood in terms of how they delivered it, their facial expressions, the dialogue, how they presented it, you know. That was just my key focus. And I had someone come in to work with the actress for the Sukuya because for some reason, I just couldn't personify it to give her a proper example. And thankfully for that person, they did justice to her. They made her eerie and yet comical, yet pitiful, and it worked out perfectly fine for me. You know, with all being said and done, yeah, they hit the stage, they performed, and they made me so proud.